Hi all, my name is Nikhil. So today we'll be discussing about React skill test part 2, which is AlbumList ReactApp. So this is my folder structure. This is index.js file under which we are rendering the app component, and inside the app component we are rendering the other children components. So here we have 5 components, out of which add album, album list, navbar, update album are a child to app.js, and list is the child of album list. Inside app.js, what we are doing, we are actually fetching the API, and actually fetching API is a side effect, so we are making use of use effect hook. So here we have fetched the API and collected the response, which is response.json data. Here we have defined an albums array, an empty array using state, and after getting that data from API, we are setting that albums from that JSON data only. After setting that data, we are actually, once that is loaded, we are actually, as the index is true, the album list will be called, and album list function, album list component is there, and what we will see that what we are doing, we are actually passing the albums from props, and then after that what we have done, we have used the map function so that we can iterate over all the albums array. So here we are actually iterating it using the list component. So we will pass this album, a single album, and the ID of it inside list component. And if we go inside list component, we can see that here we are printing the data for a single album. So here the album, we can see that what the ID will be present there, update button will be there, and also delete button will be there. So this is how we have added the album. And again, if I go the next thing, to add an album, how we are adding an album. So if we go with the .js file, so here we have actually navbar. Here we have navbar component. So once someone is clicking upon the add album button on navbar, it will redirect us to add album component, and inside add album component we are making use of post call. And how we are doing it, for accepting that data, we have used a form, and using that form we are collecting the title and user ID from that form, and after getting that form we are setting it to the album data variable, which is actually we have defined using state. Once we have set the album data, what we will do, we will actually post post it to the API. Once it is posted to the API, we will actually get the response from it, and we will get the new album, and we will call the add album function. The add album function is the app.js function which will be setting the album. Here we can see that the album will be set, all the albums will be there, and the new album will be added at the last. So this is how we are making the post call. And if I go to the update album, so update album is actually inside list.js. Once if update button is clicked, we can see that we are making use of this album.id. We will make use of album use params, so that we can have the detail of it. So we will get the ID, and making use of that ID, we will get the album to update, like which album we actually want to update. And using album to update data, we will pre-populate those value inside our form. And inside our form, we are rendering that data, and once on chain, we will be setting this album data array, which again we are defining over here a new album data. Once we have the data inside album data, we will make a put request to the API to update our album. Once this is done, we'll make use of it, and we will get the new album, and we will call the update album function, which is again inside app.js. And we can say that we are setting our album with the updated album. So this is how our whole thing is working. And also there is the delete request. Once inside the album only, if we are putting the delete, the album ID, which is, we can see that for a particular album we have the ID, we will send this ID using the handle delete function. The handle delete function we are handling inside the app.js, and here in handle delete we will make a delete request to the API, and it will be a dummy request. And we can see that we are actually filtering the album which have the ID, which ID is same as the album ID. So if it is same, that album will be filtered. Now I will show you the functionality of my app. So this is the app. So you can see that it is loading it. Now if I add an album, so this is new album I am adding, and I can put any ID which I want. So it should be getting added at the very last. So here we can see it has been added. Now let me make the delete request to it. So I have deleted, so it has been deleted. Now I'm deleting the 98th one. It should be deleted. So yeah, 98th has been deleted. What if I want to update something? Let's update this album file. So we are updating the album file, and we can give any ID which we want, and we'll submit it. It will redirect to the, and we can see that the album has been updated. So that's all.